stay tuned until the end of the video for an interesting declaration I've decided to make. Okay, so tomorrow is the day DCKO Harley Quinn vs. Zatanna #1 releases. And I made that last video, I'm pretty confident that Zatanna will win. But since that video, I've learned a couple of things that kind of made me not rethink, but made me a little bit more worried for Zatanna's future. It's looking good, Zatanna versus Harley Quinn, and it's pretty obvious who's gonna win. But there are a few points where I'm like, okay, maybe DC editorial would do this, maybe they're trying to be funny, they do something like this, but I guess we'll see. This is the bracket so far, and down here, we can see that, of course, Zatanna won over Big Barda, and Harley Quinn won over Metamorpho. And then we also see that Damien got knocked out, somehow. So this round, it'll be Joker versus Red Hood, and Zatanna versus Harley Quinn. Now, you might be seeing something very interesting. If Harley Quinn wins, and if Joker wins, which would be freaking crazy, we would have Joker versus Harley Quinn in Section 3 of the tournament, which would be interesting to see. That would be pretty interesting to see. But that would also mean that Zatanna would have to lose, and I don't think that's a great idea. DC editorial might be setting up this fight, and try to explore this relationship. Maybe, I don't know. Hopefully not, but maybe. Also, speaking of Harley Quinn, because obviously Zatanna's going to be fighting her, the current kind of portrayal of Harley Quinn has been very interesting. You saw the comic that came out earlier this year, and there's a very specific type of character DC is going for in regards to Harley Quinn. And it's like this goofy character, I don't even know how to describe it, but I feel like if you've read a single Harley Quinn comic or just seen anything of her, she was kind of a serious character back in the day, with the animated series and some of the comics like Harleen. That came out in 2019. That was way beyond the character assassination that Harley Quinn went through. But especially with the DCEU, that kind of messed a lot of things up. You've seen things like Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey movie. That kind of character is what Harley Quinn is nowadays. And looking at how she's portrayed, I feel like DC would try to do this underdog story where she is it's like a joke character that actually wins. I feel like DC would do that. I really hope DC doesn't do that, but I could see that happening, and that's very unfortunate. And finally, the writer of Harley Quinn vs. Zatanna, Leah Williams. And now, I did a little research, and Leah Williams seems to be pretty not well-versed, but she has written a few Harley Quinn comics. You can see that she's written some stuff for Gotham City Sirens. She also wrote, this is a mini story, Harley Quinn mini story. But what's worrying is that I don't think she's written a story with Zatanna. I'm putting myself in DC editorial shoes, right? Why would they hire a writer to write a story about Harley Quinn versus Zatanna, and the writer is someone who's only written the Harley Quinn portion of that battle? That seems a little interesting, okay, this writer has written Harley Quinn but not Zatanna, so maybe DC's trying to get this book to kind of lean in certain directions. Obviously DC editorial knows who's gonna win. They're pulling the strings behind the scenes, but I do find it interesting that the writer has written a couple of Harley Quinn books but not any Zatanna books. Could just be a coincidence. I just find it interesting. Whether or not that actually matters, I don't know, but it could matter. So with all that, I'm hoping Zatanna will win, but there's obviously this kind of background thing, okay, Harley could win. It would be pretty bad if she did win, but I'm really hoping Zatanna wins. That would make the most sense. If Harley wins, I don't even know what I would do. This is what I would do, actually. Okay, so I have decided that if Harley Quinn wins this battle tomorrow, then I will 100% Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I was gonna do that before, I had that one stream where I had part 1 of doing it. It was really horrible, but I will finish that series if Harley Quinn wins. So if you want to see that stream, which I think I'll be streaming the day it comes out, if I get it. I'll be streaming the day I get it and the day I read it. But if you want to see that stream, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video, and hype if you can. Maybe you can hype it, I don't know. But there we go. You've been watching Lowhand. I've been Lowhand, and feel the waves.